Yay. I am a clusterfuckery. So, we're pretty close to Williamsport, obviously, and the Little League World Series just ended, thank God. If you're not familiar, it's also probably known as fantasy baseball to most of you, well, some of you, if you're a pedophile. Yeah. I'm really hoping no one tonight has done the ice bucket challenge because I'm looking for a warm crowd with a really short memory. That's an ALS joke. I can be mean, I know, I like it. I think I have a weird sense of style. Tonight, you know, I'm looking alright. I got my black shirt, my tie. Well, about a week ago I did open mic and I was wearing Superman shorts, Superman shirt, camo shorts, and sandals. I call them my Jesus sandals. My wife thinks that's a bit offensive, so I broke it down into 3 groups, just so I don't offend anybody. So if you're Christian, I have Jesus sandals. If you're Jewish, I have Moses sandals. And if you're Muslim, they're probably just sandals to you. A lot of comedians I've noticed like to use foul language in their bits, generally to garner a little more laughs, be a little edgier. I don't always like to do it. I try to be a little cleaner sometimes, so bear with me. If you ever hear me say the word ass in my set, generally, I did grow up on a farm. I'm referring to my donkey. If I say pussy, I'm referring to my cats. And if I say enormous cock, I'm talking about my rooster and his gigantic dick. I actually went to a cockfight recently, and oh my god, it was so amazing. Have you guys ever been? No? I don't understand why everybody gets so down on these things. Personally, what I believe is what a man and another man do behind closed doors in a gay bar for money is their own goddamn business. And quite frankly, I needed the money. People tell me all the time, you don't really know somebody until you've known them for at least 6 months. And you know what? I found that to be true. Because when my kids turned 6 months old, I knew I should have bought a metal clothes hanger. Like I said, warm crowd. You guys are beautiful, by the way. I do have 2 kids. I love them both the same, and you can't choose a favorite. You can't when you have more than 1 kid. It's not fair to anybody, and quite frankly, I ignore them both the same. I guess this is the time I pull this out. New bit, yeah? Oh, Jesus. So, corporal punishment. I'm for it. If you kill somebody in this country, I think you deserve it. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And if you touch a little kid, I'm gonna fuck you. I wasn't in the military, but my nickname is Corporal. And I bring the punishment. I have no issue with it. Texas seems to have that, like, streamlined through. I was driving through Texas one time, and I made a beam line right to Oklahoma. And if that doesn't say much, Oklahoma's a shitty state. You have free-range bison and longhorn steer, and that's really it. To say you don't want to be in Texas because you're afraid to get caught with a little bit of pot, you might be killed, that's saying a lot about myself. I did make it through the slaughter belt in Texas. That's corporal punishment for cows. It smelled like death and feces. Kind of like when I lived in Florida. I'm really glad Shark Week is over. Because Shark Week's such an irritable time in my house, you know? my wife is so cranky and irritable and bloated, and it seems like every day I look in my toilet and looks like we're chumming for Jaws.
Oh my God! Oh, God.
So she sent me to the store. I guess she wanted me to pick her up an iPad or some generic version of it, I don't know. She said it was a Max iPad. I never heard of this damn thing. I don't know why she wanted it. It only has one real application. And typical to Apple standards, it has only 2 colors. The economy sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Cheers for that. I didn't realize how badly I was feeling the pinch of the economy until I had to start putting my weed on layaway. I also had to start outsourcing everything in my life. At this point, I actually now outsource sex. My wife calls it prostitution, but I call it equal opportunity fucking. When I was younger, I used to pleasure myself in weird, deviant ways. My favorite was I used to take a bar of soap and cut a hole in the center of it to make sweet, passionate love. My brother would get pissed. Apparently, he didn't like sloppy seconds. My mom also found a pretty good use for that soap too, because that's what she washed my mouth out with when I cursed. And ironically, that's how I learned how to find the clit. Woo, I don't think this is right for TV. My wife had the gall today to call me a sexual deviant. I don't get it. She says, baby, why is it you only like oral sex? You know, it hit me real deep. It hit me. I said, baby, I don't have an answer for you, but let me think about it while I finish blowing this guy. Hey, sometimes you have to swallow your pride. And someone else's. It's not gay. We never made eye contact. Just throw it out there. And I don't know what the cost of integrity is, but I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $50. And I'm Robert Haines. That's all I got. Thank you.